All right, 99.5 KKLA FM Los Angeles, the intersection of faith and reason here at the Frank Pastore Show. We're Monday through Friday from 4 to 7. We engage on the issues that you care about. And our phone number to get a hold of us, 888-995-KKLA. What was it, a couple of weeks ago, Greg Laurie asked me to come out to the Anaheim Stadium with him. They had a harvest pre-planning event. You know, we had like 500 pastors out there preparing for harvest coming yet again, their 20th year. This coming August to Anaheim Stadium. And while I was there, saw a lot of old friends, a lot of new friends, and talking about their ministries and things like that, and met a couple of guys that are doing something just pretty radical, and it's making a real difference. And a couple of years ago, they had started Calvary Chapel South LA, and one of their most effective ministries, get this, in South Central, right, in South Los Angeles, is a skate ministry. Now, who would have thought in that environment that you'd have this huge skate ministry? I mean, it's huge in the suburbs, but it's just going crazy in South Central. And so I wanted to have the guys on the show to talk about this, and it's David Trujillo. He is the pastor at Calvary Chapel South Los Angeles, and Edwin Medina, who runs the skate ministry as well as overseeing the children's ministry. And David, you had personal firsthand experience in the gang culture because you were a gangbanger until you were 19, and what happened?
Well, when I was 19, when I went to church, I really didn't go to listen to the gospel, nothing like that. I went to shut someone down because they kept telling me about God, and to be honest with you, I didn't want to hear him no more. So he basically told me if I go to church with him on a Wednesday night that he'll leave me alone. So I did, just so I can get him off my life. And that day, Pastor David Rosales gave an awesome message on the crucifixion of Christ. And for the first time, it pulled at my heart. And the mentality that I had was like, man, if God can do something like that for me, I want to serve him, you know, because I lived that kind of life where I saw a lot of friends who would die for you. Mm-hmm. So for the Lord to do that for me, you know, it just like tugged at my heart, and I told God, okay, Lord, you know, I'm still young. I still want to party. I still want to do all this. But if you can take control of my life and change my heart, I'll serve you. And he did.
Now, that was 17 years ago, yes. And you now are the pastor of Calvary Chapel South L.A., and that you guys got started down there, what was it, a couple of years ago, right?
Actually, we started about 10 years ago, okay. And we got affiliated to Calvary Chapel about 3 years ago.
Okay, so talk to me about this skate park ministry that you were just gushing about out at Anaheim Stadium, because it's very cool. What's going on?
Well, what happened was that Edwin, who is he's the overseer of the skate park, came up to me and gave me the idea. And to be honest with you, me growing up in the streets of Los Angeles, I thought, okay, come on, a skate park, that's not going to work here. But after praying and just sitting back and kind of observing the whole area there, I told him, you know what, go ahead, let's do this, see what the Lord does. And so I allowed him to move on it, and other brothers from other Calvary started getting involved. And they began to donate ramps to us. You know, Calvary Chapel Montebello donated some ramps. Fort Lauderdale Calvary Chapel donated like a $50,000 ramp, I think it was.
Awesome.
And so we just started putting it together. And right now we're still, continuing to build on that skate park. And to be honest with you, we've been seeing a lot of kids come to a saving knowledge of the Lord Jesus Christ. So
now, what is the demographic makeup? Is it largely black? Is it Hispanic? Is it Asian? What's going on in your neighborhood? Who's going to these skate parks?
Actually, it's a mixture of blacks and Hispanics, and actually, whoever hears about it, I guess they come, but majority is Hispanic and blacks, yes.
All right, so Edwin, let me talk to you about this skate park idea. You pitched David on it. He gave a green light, and then what happened?
What I did was I found out about a company called American Ramp Company who does sponsorship programs with churches, and I sent an email to find out some information. It's a program where churches raise X amount of money and the company matches them. What ended up happening was about 15 minutes after I sent the email, I received a phone call from Fort Lauderdale, from the founder of the Organization of Christian Skaters, saying, we received an email saying that we needed to talk to you immediately. And things progressed. It was about a year's process where we finally received a phone call from the Christian Skaters Organization saying, we want to donate a ramp. We want to give you guys this half pipe so you can start this ministry.
Now, had you already been working with kids that were skating in South Central down there? So you already knew I had, 15 kids to start with? Or was it just, cold?
It was something that started out cold. I actually was saved through a skate park ministry in Rosarito, Mexico.
No way.
At Calvary Chapel Horizon, Rosarito.
All right. And so you've seen this work and made a difference in your life. Where did you get the crazy idea that it would work in South Central?
You know, it was something the Lord put in my heart, and at first, Pastor was a little hesitant, and then started meeting other brothers, and the Lord just opened doors where people kept just giving confirmation that this needed to be done. And when I approached him the next time on it, he gave me the green light. And it's literally been the Lord working. We received the ramp that was donated through Christian Skaters. We have the equipment we received from Montebello. We received equipment from Calvary Chapel Burbank that the city told them they could not put up. And it's just been a process where the Lord has been providing the equipment, and the kids have been coming to the park. When we did the grand opening, we had approximately about 400 people show up.
What?
To the grand opening of the skate park.
No way. I'm thinking like 30 or 40 kids. You've got hundreds of kids showing up at this thing?
For the grand opening, we did. Right now, it's mainly kids from the neighborhood, and we're getting 40, 50 kids coming from the projects into the skate park.
Awesome.
It's just a safe environment. It's got a roof over it, so it keeps them in the shade, keeps them out of the rain. We've also got a small shop set up with the park where we do repairs on their boards, and they like it because they can do their upgrades on their boards and instantly go test it out. And more importantly, we share the gospel with these kids.
Awesome. All right. So is this open every day? Is it only on Saturdays? When is it open, Edwin?
We're open Tuesdays and Thursdays from 3:30 to 6:30.
Okay.
We're open Saturdays from 10:30 in the morning to 4:30 p.m. And during those days, what it is if the kids don't have a helmet, the only thing we do is we rent out the helmets. Now, one of the motivations to get them to church on Sundays, if you come to Sunday, you skate and the helmet's free.
Oh, wow. All right, cool. No, I love that. That's very good. So if I walked up on a Tuesday or Thursday afternoon or on a Saturday, Edwin, what would I see?
You would see kids from all over the neighborhood, Latino kids, Black kids from the neighborhood, all ages, everywhere from 6 years old. We have a 6-year-old that comes constantly. He actually came walking by himself to Easter Sunday service.
Wow.
Because he wanted to be at service, and then he wanted to skate after service. To kids who are 17, 18 years old skating that park.
So, Edwin, you're over the children's ministry. So are you the guy they hear?
I teach on Sundays at junior high and high school ministry. I also do the devotionals with the kids in the skate park. We occasionally
Awesome.
bring in other leaders of the church so that the kids can get to know who the leadership of the church is and feel comfortable around everybody so that they feel more open when they do come to church. Eventually, what we do want to do is try to bring the families in as well as their kids.
Yeah, is that working?
We've had a couple families who have said they want to start coming to service.
Awesome.
One of the other ministries that the church provides is we provide food packs for the families in the community that need it through volunteer hours that we do as part of one of the ministries in the church. So it's just a way to introduce them to the fact that we're there.
See, I just love creative ministries, and who would have thunk that you would have a skate park in an urban environment? You know, it could have been Brooklyn, it could have been Atlanta or Detroit, and it's effective. When we come back, we'll hear more from David Trujillo and Edwin Medina. They are from Calvary Chapel, South Los Angeles. They've got a skate park, and it is a very creative ministry. And, of course, a lot of these kids are not plugged into the church. In fact, the vast majority. But yet, I love this idea. If you come to Sunday service, you get to skate for free because we're going to rent you the helmet for free instead of you having to pay for it. I love that. What a great idea. And, of course, I want to hear when we come back, David and Edwin, I want to hear how are the kids responding. We're talking with David Trio and Edwin Medina here at the intersection of faith and reason, and we'll continue straight ahead at 99.5 KKLA. Here's rapid traffic from the ChristianLawyersOfAmerica.com Traffic Center.
Did it. This ain't no disco. It ain't no country club either.